Quintana coming to you from the Beehive. Before I begin, I just wanted to take a moment to thank all of my subscribers. My channel passed the 5,000 subscriber mark yesterday, and I appreciate every one of you. Today I'm going to show you how to make these cute little candy holders using the Simply Score diagonal plate and the Groovy Love stamp set. This little candy holder holds 3 Kit Kat miniatures or whatever other candy you would like that would fit in here. So you just put your candy in here and then you just tuck in this top flap like that. Isn't that cute? So let me show you how to make it. You are going to need your Simply Scored scoring board and your diagonal plate. When you put your diagonal plate into your Simply Scored board, you're just going to flip it over and look for the arrow and make sure it's pointing up. Then you're going to go ahead and just nest that right into your board like that. We are going to be using the Love Blossoms Designer Series paper stack, and it has a bunch of beautiful different patterns. I think they would all look very nice for this little candy box. And I've already picked a pattern. You're going to have to cut down your piece of cardstock to 5 1/4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And then you're just going to go ahead and put this up in the top corner, and we're going to score at the 2-inch mark and the 2 3/4 inch mark. And you're going to do that on all 4 sides. Then you can put your board aside and then just have a look at your paper. Sometimes one side is easier than the other to see the score lines, and we need to see the score lines in order to be able to cut away these little triangles that we've created on the sides. So this side is less busy and I can see the score lines a little better. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut away the triangles all the way to that second score line on the inside. So just go ahead and do that with all of the corners, and I hope you can see that. Let me move this into the light a little bit. So we're going, there's the first score line and there's the second score line. So you're going to make sure you go right in with a V, and then just go ahead and do that on all 4 sides. Then you're just going to fold this in along the score lines. I'm going to use the pretty Blushing Bride side, but you could also do this other side as well, whatever you like. There's so many pretty patterns in that paper stack. Sometimes it's hard to choose which pattern you like best, but just go ahead and fold it along the score lines. And then 2 of these sides are going to come in, and then this bottom's going to come up. So we need to put adhesive right here along these 2 sides. So I'm going to use tear and tape for that purpose. So just go ahead and put a line of tear and tape on the bottom diagonal like that. I'm going to do the same for the other side. Nice thing about this is you can actually tear it like that. Then just make sure when you're putting this together, we want to make sure that your box is square and not on a diagonal, that the sides don't come in on a diagonal. So we're just going to do one side at a time. So I'm just going to remove the tear and tape from one side. And when you're bringing, I'm going to, this is the side and this is the bottom. So I'm going to bring this in and I'm going to try and make sure that this corner is square and that this isn't sliding off to the side or like this, too tight or too loose. So you're just going to have to make sure, you want to make sure the corner is square and this line actually matches up kind of perfectly, but you still need to make sure that this one is not bowing out or bowing in. Okay, so you've got that, and then go ahead and remove the tear and tape on the other side. And this time you're going to tuck this piece underneath, and again you're just going to want to make sure that it's looking really square at the top, because once that tear and tape is stuck down, it's not going to want to go too far. So that looks pretty good. And then I always have to sacrifice myself and buy candy, which I don't use for all my projects, and then subsequently I eat some of it. So you guys have to know how much I sacrifice for you. These ones are Kit Kat miniatures, and I actually like to eat these. Maybe I should craft with candy that I don't like to eat, but oh well, I saw these and I had to have them. So just go ahead and slide your little miniatures in like that. And by the way, you can use other candy as well, but I just wanted to make a little box that would fit this candy I had already bought. So then all you have to do is just tuck this top little piece into the top like that. And this way, I'm not using any adhesive to tuck this in. It can be opened and closed again so you can eat one at a time, which some of us do and others don't. So now all we need to do is decorate this. So you're going to need a piece of scrap Whisper White cardstock, and I've got my rose red ink pad here, and we are using the Groovy Love stamp set, and this is a great little stamp set. It has some cute little greetings that you can use to decorate up your heart, and we're going to use the Groovy kind of love greeting, and I've already got it on a clear block, so I'm just going to ink that up in the rose red and stamp it down. Then I'm going to take my sweetheart punch, and I'm just going to center it in this punch like that, and then punch it. Then we're going to take the 1 3/4 inch circle punch, and I've got some rose red cardstock here. Just going to do one little punch like that. Then I've got my itty bitty banner punch, and I've got some Blushing Bride cardstock. So let's just go ahead and do 2 little banners. Oops. These punches. Powerful. Okay, and then finally we're going to need a little glimmer heart, and this is the Blushing Bride glimmer paper. And where did my punch go? This is my little heart punch, and this punch comes in the Itty Bitty Accents punch pack, and I find it easier to punch out on the white side, so I'll go ahead and center this to make sure that I've got it centered on the paper, and then go ahead and punch that like that. Okay, so now we just need to assemble our little pieces. So I'm going to use some Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue, and just going to put some on the back of this heart here like that, and then we're going to center that right onto the circle. Then I'm going to take one of the itty bitty banner pieces. I'm just going to put a little bit of Tombow right on the edge, and I'm going to tuck this behind, and then I'm going to do the same for the other little punch piece. Just put some right on the edge, and then I'm just going to kind of line that up. Yeah, that looks good. And then all we need to do is we're going to take some dimensionals. And just keep in mind when you're putting these dimensionals on, you don't want one up at the top of your piece that you're adhering on, because it's going to interfere with your closure. So I'm going to put one in the middle, and then on these little sides to help keep them lifted up, and then just make sure, yeah, this is the bottom here. So just put one on the bottom like this, and then you can just go ahead and remove the backings like that. And then you're just going to adhere this right on the center of your little box like that. And then we just need to attach this little heart, and I'm going to use one of these little side dimensionals that is just kind of a half dimensional. I'm just going to go ahead and cut into that. So I just get one of these little guys, and then I'm going to put this right on the back of my heart. A full dimensional would not fit on the back of here. It would show through, so that's why I'm just using half of one. And then you can just kind of stick that on right there on the side of your greeting like that. And there you go. These boxes are just really super cute for Valentine's Day or for another time of the year too, and you can put whatever candy you want in it. The finished box measures 2 3/4 inches square, and it's about 1/2 inch deep. All the supplies you'll need to make these cute candy holders are available for purchase on my blog. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Bye for now.